We're here to build a miniature aquaponics system. We've bought all our materials, so let's get going. All right, now we need to assemble our drain side. So we're using 1-inch PVC parts to do that. We've got them laid out here. You're going to need 11 of these 1-inch elbows, and these are slip elbows. You're going to need 3 of these Uniseal gaskets that are made for 1-inch pipe, and you're going to need 2 1-inch tees, and then we have our 5-foot section of 1-inch pipe. So this is going to be our drain pipe, and what we're going to do is we're going to mark our pieces on here. We're going to cut those, and then we're going to use that primer again on the edges and the insides of those elbows, and that way we get a little bit tighter seal, but we're just going to dry fit these together. We're not going to glue them, which will allow us to disassemble the piece if necessary. So we've gotten to the corrugated pipe section of this project, and what we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these plant grow containers. We're going to measure the depth. So we're looking at a depth of 7 inches there, and so we're going to measure 7 inches on this pipe. And then we're going to take a very sharp knife, and we're going to cut a 7-inch section, so about right there. So your section will be about this long. You can set it right inside there. It's going to come up over the top of the sides. It's going to prevent any of that pea gravel from entering into your drain line. So the next step in this process is building the drain line, where we're going to put our Uniseal gasket through our grow containers, and we're going to identify where to mark and to cut the hole, and then we are going to go ahead and cut all 3 of our containers. Then we're going to put our Uniseal gaskets through our holes, and we're going to push our 1-inch pipes through those holes so that we can start fitting everything together. We want to be about approximately 1 inch or so above the bottom so that we get good drainage whenever this siphons out of the container. And we want to use our Uniseal gasket as a guide. So if you put this eye in the Uniseal right where that rib is, and then we're going to put approximately 1/2 of an inch spacing down below the edge here, gap between here and here, and then we're going to mark inside of there, which we've already done, mark an X that goes across the full diameter, and that is going to be our center point where we're going to cut a hole through here with our 1 3/4 inch hole saw. So you can see this is not interfering with the lip at all. When we push this Uniseal through here, you'll be able to see once your pipe goes through, it will not be in contact with the bottom, but it will be very close. The hole saw has a drill bit in the middle that is going to find our center point. So we'll put this on the tip of the X, and this saw is going to cut through that plastic material very easily. And like I said, this 1 3/4 inch hole saw will fit very tightly to this Uniseal gasket. So it'll be about the same size when it's going in. It's going to prevent any leaks. So make sure our drill is in the forward direction, and then put your drill point right on that tip of that X, and then start drilling. Now you'll see that I have a little bit of extra material here from the saw. I can pull a lot of that off. If there's any extra that I really don't want to see there, then I can use my little knife here and be able to cut some of those edges off. But the way that we install our Uniseal gasket is you have a flange side, and then you have the inside there. We will take this small insert and we'll put it through the hole from the inside. So it's very important that this wide side is on the inside of the container. So you'll press that through there, and it should be a very tight fit. Okay, so this is what it'll look like. These Uniseal gaskets can be sort of difficult to get a pipe through there. So something that you can do in order to make that a little bit easier is first of all, you can bevel the edges of it with a sander or some sort of file or something like that. And the other thing is, we've got some soapy water here. We can dunk that in there and then it'll push through that gasket a lot easier. Ta-da! We need to install our drain cover. And so we're going to look here inside, and about halfway through, we'll be coming up to about this rib right here. Okay, so we can make a marking on our pipe. About right there in the middle. And we can take that mark, we can use our hole saw, and we're going to go find that mark and then drill through. Now we have a hole, and this hole should match up perfectly with the one that we just made. Now our drain pipe will go right inside here, and once we press that together, our outflow will be complete. And these are going to be what divides the plastic containers that are going to hold our plants, and then we are going to attach on the underside of this some boards that are going to support the weight of all of the gravel